because I think Patty still has to go.
Now, were you surprised the way Conor came out with those high kicks, the spinning wheel kicks?
No, not at all. He usually does a high kick, a spinning stuff, or he does a. I was ready for the rush, as you can see, so that's why I moved back. You know, so it sucks. It is what it is.
Yeah, I mean that's not it. What it is you just tried a crazy move. You tried a crazy move. You tried a jumping roundhouse kick, and when you're in that position, when you throw that jumping roundhouse kick, if you don't land in a good way with the supporting leg, you put so much pressure on that knee. The way he landed, he threw the kick, he jumped up, he threw it, and he landed with his knee in the worst position.
Snaps his foot, and he winces in pain. Fuck! I fucking hate my life! This is the one fucking escape I get, and it's shit! And McGregor's just limping around like my fucking nan! Fuck!
I had the man weak in the knees, I guess, so. You know, all jokes aside, I just hope he's good, you know. I know Conor been battling some stuff. Looked like he really been changing. You know, he found God. He had his kids in there, so, you know, during the fight, you could obviously tell his demeanor changed, you know. And I was, you know, shout out to the ref. I was trying to tell the ref sooner, you know. Like, this guy's kids is front row, you know. I don't want to see him take unnecessary damage. Trying to stop the fight, but this is how crazy Conor is. The first time he's on the ground, I was punching him. He's like, fight. I was like, okay. That's why I backed up. I said, stand up there. Let's fight. And then he fell back down, and then the fight was called. When I saw him hurt, you know, I was like, man, come on. Like, you call this. He was done, you know, and he wanted to fight. Tried to stand up again, fell back down. I just hope him a speedy recovery, you know. It's all love to him. The man, like I said, is trying to change his life around. So, you know, sending prayers his way.
Yeah. You had a better look at it than anybody, and you identified it earlier. Do you think it was that first kick that he threw?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I did a UFC podcast before I came here, and me and Wonderboy was talking about it. Even with him walking into the octagon, it didn't seem, you know, it just didn't seem like the same Conor, you know. Like, I thought he was still there to fight, but like I thought he'd be a little bit more rowdy, a little bit more crazy. He looked like really, really calm, like super calm. So I was just kind of like, oh wow, let's see how this goes. And then of course I knew he was gonna attack me with something, and it was that kick. So, you know, it sucks.
Dana, can you, I think we're all trying to process everything. I guess, can we get your immediate thoughts? It felt like, honestly, one of the best fight cards of all time, and then we get to this weird main event ending. So I guess your immediate thoughts as you sit there right now.
Yeah, listen, everybody who knows anything about the fight business, and it's been a big topic of discussion leading up to this fight. 5 years off in this sport is rough. And like you said, great card, unbelievable. I mean, the Paddy Pimblett thing right before, you just feel it all in the air. Here we go. I mean, I was expecting at least a one-round war, or, you know, who knew what Conor was capable of as far as cardio or whatever else after a 5-year layoff. And, well, there you go. I mean, we're assuming blown ACL. I'm no doctor, but that's what I figured when I saw it, and doctors think the same thing too.
I was going to ask you, have you had a chance to talk to Conor? It sounds like you've talked to the medical team. Have you talked to Conor? Do we know exactly the extent of what happened?
I haven't. Is he coming out here? We'll see. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I think he left the arena like.
Then the answer is no. We'll find out when he gets an MRI.
Max said right away, like, hey, man, well, now we got to set this thing up for a trilogy, right? I mean, is there any desire from your point? I mean, you know promoting better than anyone. Like, does that even make sense to do a trilogy right now? Or the way that ended, do you have to go a different direction?
I don't even know. I don't know. You know, you got to take some time. And I don't know if you know this or not, but I don't like talking about making fights the night of the fight. But definitely not in this scenario.
Nobody saw this coming, and that's what makes it so hard to process. Conor McGregor and Max Holloway's history goes back over a decade. Their first fight in 2013 saw a raw, unknown McGregor beat a young Holloway by decision. McGregor went on to build one of the sport's most iconic careers. Holloway stayed at featherweight and became arguably the greatest fighter that division has ever seen. For years, a rematch felt like unfinished business. Then, it finally happened, and the result left the combat sports world stunned. McGregor didn't make it out of round one. He attempted a flying kick to open the fight, landed awkwardly, and immediately looked hurt in the knee. He tried to continue for a few seconds before signaling to the ref that he couldn't go on. That result has sparked conversation well beyond a typical post-fight discussion, not just about a loss, but about what it means for one of the most polarizing careers in UFC history. Analysts point out the weight this carries. Was McGregor already compromised heading in? Was this version of him ever capable of matching Holloway at the level their history once suggested? Serious questions, and serious voices aren't brushing them off. Context matters here. McGregor's comeback has been one of the most scrutinized in recent memory. The catastrophic leg break against Dustin Poirier in 2021 kept him out roughly 5 years, every step of rehab picked apart publicly. Holloway, meanwhile, kept building his legacy, including a standout BMF title win over Justin Gaethje that reminded everyone why he's one of the most complete fighters of his generation. Relentless forward pressure, elite cardio, a rhythm few opponents can handle. Stylistically, this always favored Holloway in a longer fight. McGregor's path required an early, fight-altering counter, the kind his left hand has produced throughout his career, while avoiding the grinding exchanges where Holloway thrives. But none of that matters if a fighter can't execute, and that's where the injury complicates everything. Many analysts note a first-round finish like this is hard to evaluate without knowing what McGregor was dealing with physically going in. Old injuries don't always show up in training footage until the fight actually starts. For Holloway, this only strengthens an already strong case. Expect louder calls for another title run or a matchup with someone like Ilia Topuria. For McGregor, the questions are much harder. He's spoken about wanting to prove he can still compete at an elite level. This result doesn't answer that cleanly. It adds uncertainty. The sport will be watching for updates on the injury, the recovery timeline, and whether McGregor believes a real path forward still exists. Legacy is built over a whole career, not one result, but how a fighter handles these late career moments shapes how they're remembered too. McGregor's place in the sport's history isn't going anywhere, but this conversation will be one of the most significant around his name in years. So, given everything he's been through physically, do you think a fully healthy McGregor can still compete at an elite level, or has that window closed? Drop your take in the comments. Subscribe for more breakdowns as this story develops.